What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. I'm with the boys, as always, Nick and Xavier. And today, guys, we're going to be predicting every single next title fight in every division that the UFC is going to book. Not what we want to see. We're predicting what the UFC is going to book. Now, we're doing this video because the only title fight that is booked right now is the BMF belt next month. I'm pretty sure they're just doing this to load up the White House card. They're planning it around that. So we're gonna match make for them. Let's get it, guys. Where do you guys want to start?
Well, we can start we can do the women's divisions first and then do the
For
men.
sure. All right, then we will start with women's strawweight. Mackenzie Dern is our champion.
Oh God. Oh,
What was that? Oh God.
we'll see how long she lasts onto this belt, boys. She got a nice style matchup on the day, but Mackenzie Dern, she needs to show me consistency still. She kind of a filler champ because Wei Lee is not there.
For sure.
And
Okay.
I could see that being the matchup. I could see them doing that fight because they haven't fought. And I mean, Wei Lee would just get the belt back. I think she runs through Dern. I don't know if I just don't know where Whaley's head at with like which division she wants to run with. So I'm just gonna take her out of the equation here and say they make probably Suarez. I could see them doing Suarez because I think honestly that's kind of a winnable fight for Dern specifically.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was gonna say too. The big caveat for this division is the all looming presence of whether, will she, won't she with Whaley. I think we all agree that Whaley, like she's proven already, like these girls have nothing for her, to be honest. If any of these girls were to beat her, I would only attribute it to just Whaley being washed or like just, too past the prime. Because there's not like even right now, like I don't see any of these women touching Bailey, at all really. Especially like no one in the top five. So, but like again, like if she isn't like coming back to that division, and I do think that the UFC in general might be on some like Whaley like sit up for a couple months. You know what I mean? You'll get the title shot next, but like let's just get Dern. Let's get some new life in this division for a second. You know what I mean? And I think that they would like let Tatiana Suarez try to get at Dern real quick. So yeah, that would be the matchup that I would make for this division, pending like Whaley not wanting her title back. If she wants it back, you have to give it to her. Like anything else is like completely fried.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those two ladies, and I'm gonna predict they just go with Whaley because they probably want the belt back on her because she was an exciting champion, big market, all that. Everyone loves her, but Suarez would be next up. All right, though. Let's move up to women's flyweight. Valentina Shevchenko is our champion.
Um,
What's going here?
Oh, it's definitely Silva.
Natalia Silva,
Definitely.
it's got to be Silva, I guess. Even though she did not look great against Rose in her last fight,
Yeah.
she inspired no confidence that she can beat a Shevchenko to me.
And Shevchenko just beat Zhang, which
That's
was
what I'm saying.
fucking yeah, so
Yeah, I think Valentina like at an all time high right now, like in
which
terms
is
of
crazy.
block, which is crazy. Like she had a whole resurgence in terms of how we think of her, bro. I
No,
remember
yeah, that Grasso trilogy, bro, I was so down on her. I was so like I was just like I was down on her from that Grasso trilogy, and then she just turns it
rebound.
around.
She rebounded in a major way. She's very similar to Volk, I would say, even though it's like not exactly the same, but in terms of like we were damn near ready to throw in the towel on Volk pretty much. You know, not because of anything like about him, but like just in general, the chin thing. Um, and for Valentina, it wasn't necessarily a chin thing, but it was like in her prime, Alexa Grasso not touching her, and we all kind of felt that, I thought. Um, and after the way, even like the fact that like the fight was so competitive, even if she would have won the first fight, I would have been like, damn, like okay, like Valentina clearly showing slowing down a little bit. You know what I mean? She's not eating the shots the same. Um, but the way she's rebounded from that, focused, doubled down on her grappling seemingly, which is like a smart move for an aging fighter. Like, why keep having firefights when you know that you can impose your will in the grappling on most of these
Sure.
girls? She's like freakishly strong seemingly for the division. You got to be freakishly strong for any division if you're just gonna whole way lead down for 5 rounds like that. So, I mean, like now I'm like we went from like man she's like a vulnerable champ to now I'm like damn who's gonna beat her in the division? Like
I don't see anyone.
I don't see anyone beating her. Like damn like. And that's a testament to her goatness, you know what I mean? So like shout out Valentina.
Yeah, like if for someone to beat her, she's gonna have to age like 20 years overnight.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
She's to the point where like I will blame age if they lose. I will blame age.
Like the guys, last women's division, we don't really got to talk about this one too much. It's Kayla Harrison at bantamweight. It's obviously going to be Amanda Nunes. I'm pretty
I
sure
believe,
they,
I believe that they do it at the White House.
yeah, that's a good prediction. I think hopefully Kayla will be ready by then. I mean, I don't know who else it would be.
I mean, she's like the model of like a USA American champ that has a decent potential to win and create a good feeling moment for America. Um, we're gonna get there later, but I have a feeling that in the lightweight division that America is gonna be left with a bad image for America. But we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Not much to say. Hopefully, that looked like a pretty serious injury from the photos and everything. I mean, she had whole neck surgery, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, that is a tough one, especially as an older fighter. So hopefully she comes back strong. So Mygo can take care of business real quick. Can take care of business. It's another day for us.
I'm dead.
other guys. Let's move to the men's division. We're gonna start with Joshua Van at flyweight. I'll start here. Once again, guys, we are predicting what we think the UFC is gonna bet, not what we want. We all got a horse in this race, in this division, and I don't think any of us are gonna get our wish here. I think Tatsuro Taira is getting the next title shot.
I
I
also
th
agree.
You agree? Yeah, Manel Cap is definitely like the most deserving, but I just feel like the UFC. I don't think they trust him. Pantoja, you wait a little, just keep waiting. Tyra's reliable, big market, young star, sick fight.
I think that also like w the way Tyra dispatched Brendan Moreno in his last fight, like that also goes a long way towards like getting him the title shot as well. Um, Even though like you can argue that what Cape did to Royval is like more impressive probably, but either way, I just do feel you. I kind of get that vibe that like the UFC they don't hate Cape, but like he's definitely like not on their good graces list. And like you said, they are very market driven a lot of the time in terms of who they like to give opportunities to. And I think that they are definitely interested in, that Japanese market with Tyra. Um, so I agree with you. That's probably the most likely title shot. It would and should be Pantoja, but Dana seems like he's gonna make Pantoja sit on the shelf for a bit and heal up. So yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what is that timetable looking like?
For who, Pantoja?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's back training and stuff, but like, I wouldn't come back till like middle of the year, third quarter. I don't think there's any rush.
I mean, I feel like they could run that back if
It
he's
could.
healthy by that point. I mean, because what would it be? It would be in May, right?
Yeah,
And
I don't know where they want to do this fight, but
yeah, like I know isn't there a numbered card in Japan, or is that just a random fight night?
I'm not sure actually.
'Cause I know one's happening in Japan, so it would make sense if it's Tyra. I low key would want it to be Hiroguchi though, from what I've seen so far. I'm down with this man. Like,
Horiguchi is getting fast tracked for sure. Like I would not be surprised if like he gets the next one, bro. Like to be honest too. Cause I mean he's also like older too, so like in terms of like striking while the iron's hot, like I'm not saying like, age should be everything in this sport, but I would not be as upset if he kind of cut the line a little bit just because he of his history and like the fact that like he is 35, you know.
I feel like he'll definitely get a title shot if Tyra beats Van and the champ. They'll do like Japan versus Japan.
Make a fight.
That'd be sick.
And Cabe's gonna be pissed, bro.
And Cave's just
I think honestly, I think they might make the Taira Hiroguchi fight for the Japan card. I
five. Dude, that'd be so sick.
I think Cape actually has a good chance to get this title shot. I think he does. After knocking out Royval, I thought that was more impressive than what Tyra did. Tyra
Agreed.
looked good, but
Yeah, facts. Cape looked like crazy. Like you don't do that to Royval, especially after the dog fight that Van and Royval had. It's like, damn, and he just sparked him like that. Like, fuck, he's coming.
also like there is a thing to be said about seniority in the UFC, I feel. And like Tyra hasn't been around as long. Like Gabe's been here a minute now. I believe like 5 to 6 years around that, maybe even earlier. And I think he's earned it, so they should just get I feel like they've always trying to be pushing him to that anyways. So I mean make the fight. I feel like no answer is wrong here.
Yeah, I mean this division is on fire at the top.
For sure. All right, then, guys, let's move to 135. Peter Yan here. See, are we going to get an O'Malley rematch, the Marab trilogy? Is Umar going to sneak in there? What do you guys think?
By the way, I would like to add Josh Van beats all of them easily, but let's continue. Who gets in that? It's just gonna be Marab. They're gonna run the trilogy right away, surely. Even though like the UFC probably likes Sean as the champ,
Alley, baby. Hey, I don't put it past them, bro. Do
but
not put it past them.
At the White House, maybe?
Do not put it past them, bro. I really think that like for the White House, exactly, for the vibes, like I think that like O'Malley, even though I probably wouldn't favor him with like, their current forms, because Piotr Yan seems like he's like hitting on a different cylinder right now. Um, but I do think that the UFC, in terms of like a big fight for the White House car, like in terms of drawing eyes, like I think that we as hardcores love Marab. And on paper, like you can't deny like that he is the most deserving of a rematch of any champion in the UFC probably right now.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but I also think that a big part of what probably led to his downfall is him running his body down. You know what I mean? I do think that 5 title fights in a year, like was it 5 or 4?
I think four. 4-4.
That was the fourth one that he
Yeah.
lost on. Okay. Well, 4 title fights in a year. Either way, like these are long camps, and Marab's a fucking grinder. He's not like a he takes no days off. Like I can ask anybody that like trains with him and shit. It's notorious. Like he'll fight and then run the next day. Like he'll be back in the gym like the next day sometimes. Like he clearly is a workaholic and it shows in his style and dominance, but and relentless cardio and pressure. But he has to be like piling up probably nagging injuries and shit. So maybe the UFC will justify like, hey, you're gonna get a title shot. Like you don't have to fight again to get another title shot, but first, like we're gonna run this, give you time to heal up. Like they love to do that. This person needs time to heal up. That's Dana's way of putting you on the fucking shelf for 6 months. You know what I mean? Um,
Definitely.
and I know that these fighters like probably be like, no, I could probably fight, but like it's like, no, 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 you actually take some time. We'll let you know when we have something ready for you. You know what I mean? And I do kind of suspect that I don't think that I'm not gonna lie. Like I love Sugar Sean. Um, I don't like his chances against Umar, and I don't like his chances against Marab. Um, in this rock paper scissors, like the only I don't want to say the only matchup I think he could win. He could win them all on paper, but the only one I think he has the best chance in actually is against Purion, just stylistically. He already has a win over him too, so it's like the little bit of like mental edge as well, like confidence for himself. But I will say like this might be the last chance. Like I'm not wishing this on him, but this might be like the last chance of for him to really be like a champion. Before his window closes, Umar evolves to his final form, gets that bitch, probably doesn't let it go for a while, you know? Um, so I do think that the UFC might just like to cash in on the Sean O'Malley business one more time while the iron's at its hottest, while his star power is at its brightest. Because I could see, unfortunately, while he could win, even like a Sandhagen matchup is dangerous. You know what I mean? Like that's not a guaranteed win. I think Song Yadong was probably the last pretty much like guaranteed win on paper, and even that was kind of a close fight. You know, so it's like you might want to like I can just see the UFC wanting to like get the most money out of this thing, get the biggest draw for the White House card, and kind of putting Marab on ice for a second. So I'm gonna guess that that's what they do.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think O'Malley at the White House is going to happen.
Let's see him get this card together, though.
They got to start announcing shit soon. But
It's all rumors.
guys, let's quickly move up to featherweight here. Volkanovski just defended his belt, so we probably won't see him till later in the year. But who is the UFC going to book next?
I think it's very simple. I think like March 21st, Evalev versus Murphy, they're gonna run it. Um, and I think that Volk has been pretty vocal that's who he wants to fight next. Like that's who he thinks is the most deserving. I know my main man Gene Silva has had something to say about that. Like, if they put me in front of you, like fucking fight me. Don't be a puss. Stop
Ooh.
that. And I will say that the only way I think Gene Silva can potentially cut this line is in a way that like I don't really see happening, which is like if Evalev or Murphy, like whoever wins that fight takes a lot of damage, and like won't be ready for a while, then that's the only way I can see Gene maybe cutting the line. But barring something like that, which like the way that those two both fight, I don't really envision a whole lot of damage is gonna get done in that fight either way. Um, so I don't expect this, but I will say I'm gonna guess it's Volk Evelev just because that's who I think is gonna win the Murphy fight. But whoever wins that fight is who I think is gonna be the next title challenger.
Yeah. Same with me. And given my prediction, I got Evil winning that, so I think it'll be Evil.
Sorry, Ed. I know Murphy's your boy.
I
You guys
like
are right. The winner of that fight.
I
Yeah.
like Diva. And the loser gets Silva. Like matchup wise, Silva doesn't really have anyone right now unless they want to throw Aljo, which I'm always down for.
I
But
want to see Sylvan Yair, man. I want to see that fight.
I thought they were gonna try to do like Lopez Yair.
That too, but Lopez just broke both his fucking feet, bro. Like, you got to take some like time off, man.
He does, yeah. I would not mind. I would prefer to see Yair Gene. Like that would be like a fight of the night candidate for sure. Like damn near a shoe in for fight of the night. But I do kind of think that for Gene, I think like I wouldn't mind him getting a Aljo test just to prepare him before he meets like a Evalev, you know?
I'm down for that.
Like, I think Aljo's a nice little like make sure your defensive grappling is like up to snuff kind of fight.
All right, guys, let's move up to 155. Ilya Topuria is seemingly back in the UFC. He's ready for a fight. I mean, obviously, it's Justin Gaethje. He holds the interim belt. They legally have to do it. UFC rules says so. Not the fight we really want, but it's what we're getting, guys.
If I could really like butt the line and have my way, I would really have Ilya fight Islam at 170 right now at the White House. Just because I just think that like that fight is really getting away from us.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
Now I will say like the fact that like he would have to go all the way up and like I wouldn't want to see him like vacate the lightweight title after just getting it, I would say, and like the way that they've been kind of like doing this recently, like where you can't really potentially hold two belts at the same time. Um, like I don't really think that like he's done enough to be jumping weight classes again, you know? He has to like do some work at lightweight. I just unfortunately think that that's gonna just coincide with like the end of Makachev's like couple 2 year. I think he has like 2 years left max. Um, Not because like he's like looks like he's getting gold or some shit, but just because like that's what the Daggies do. Like they're not gonna Khabib's not gonna let him stick around too long, you know?
Yeah.
Um, I think even like those close have been like Javier Mendez and stuff. I think he was saying like, yeah, Islam probably has like 3 fights left. Like probably, you know? Like so I just think that like those fights are gonna just be, they're gonna have separate paths and it's gonna be a what if forever kind of deal if they don't run it like now basically, but yeah. It's gonna be Gaethje. And I think that he will slumpy dump him in front of the president and all of America, unfortunately. I would love if Gaethje has some type of like, you know, what better way to go out for Gaethje than fucking beating this killer of a fucking, you know, I want to call him a prospect because he's like already a double champ, but like prospect in terms of like, his youth, he's still like an up and coming fighter, I would say, an ascending fighter, Ilya. Whereas Gaethje has plateaued and probably even declined, you know, just due to aging a little bit. But if he were to pull out like the performance of his ads and somehow either catch Ilya or just win a war of attrition somehow against him, like man, like and then maybe he just like retires, bro. Man, like that would be so storybook for Gaethje. That would be so like even though it would kind of be bad for the sport in general, it would be great for America that day. You know what I mean? American vibes would be like at an all-time high, but unfortunately, that is just not the Doctor Strange universe that I think that we're living in right now. And in this universe, I think that he goes to sleep. So, but that is the fight to make.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. He gonna get slumpy domed. Like, there's just no chance I see that fight going anyway. And that's what it's gonna be. I mean, I would say Islam should be the fight to make. And I agree, I do like Taporia just sticking around in one division for once instead of just keep on jumping. But
For this fight, I'd be okay with it.
yeah, for
Yeah.
just one fight, and then I mean, if he doesn't win, he probably just moves back down anyways. I mean, hopefully they just let him keep the belt, but I mean, UFC moving different these days, I guess.
I will say it would be fucked up if they let him keep the belt, but they didn't let Makachev do it. Because I think that if anything, Makachev was more deserving of double champ, like holding them both at the same time, if anything.
I agree. Yeah, so if the UFC were beasts, they would put it main event White House card.
Facts.
'Cause I don't think we're getting John. I don't think we're getting John in there, unfortunately. I think John's fine. He's off drinking some Mai Tais. It's all good.
Training Gable, man, the future of the UFC.
Yeah.
The American future of the UFC.
So I feel like that main event just makes so much sense for like, are they really just gonna do Taporia versus Gaethje and just watch this man get slumpy dumped in about 2 minutes and 13 seconds? I'll put a timeout for you.
Okay. We gotta mark that. Put that down.
Yeah, so around that area, maybe like
Clark,
four thirteen,
under half a round bet.
or maybe like 413, somewhere in the first, like an early 313, 413, along that same line. Just
Might have to take that under 1.5.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Speaking of Islam, let's talk about his division 170. It's looking like Ian Gary is getting the title shot with Shavkat getting injured. I think Morales probably needs one more. And like Ian Gary, I don't know if you guys seen this. He moved to Georgia, and he
Yep.
said he was going to do that once he got the title shot to practice his wrestling against Islam. So it's looking like Gary versus Islam, guys.
Absolutely. And I'm here for it. I think that that's the most deserving fight, man. I think that when you look at what Gary's done, it is more impressive and more whole than Morales' resume. Um, Even like the loss to Shavkat, I thought Gary gained a lot of my respect and how he handled himself in that fight. Being the only person to not get finished by Shavkat, having his back in round five, it's kind of just like, man, like that loss felt like a win to me. Um, like all things considered. I mean, and then he's coming off a unanimous decision against the former champ. It's like he beat Protez, like a up and coming killer. Like I think that that's just a little bit more impressive than beating like a Gilbert Burns. I feel like Morales has been on the killing the old Lions type circuit. Um, which like doesn't isn't as deserving as the like fighting the prime guys circuit that Gary's been on that gauntlet. So I do think that he deserves the next shot, and I'm happy he's getting it. I do not think that the Georgian wrestling will fucking help him. It will not save him. His ass is grass. He will get finished, I believe. Um, I think he gets subbed, to be honest, like on some proof of point shit. Um, because I think he also gets beat up on the feet too. I think that Islam shows some striking in this fight. I don't think that Gary. I mean, we know he hits like kind of hard, but I don't think that he possesses the power of like a JDM or like a danger on the feet of getting put into a combo. Um, I think that Islam's going to be way less concerned about being on the feet with him. I think that he is a more challenging grappling puzzle to solve than you know, JDM. I think that JDM did not have very much off of his back or like in terms of get up skills. And I do think that Gary might be able to flow in that area a little better, but I do think that his game has largely been jujitsu based. You know, his ground game is pretty jujitsu based, not wrestling based. And I don't think 6 months of training or maybe even less like is gonna save him. So I think his ass is grass. My boy Islam will retain, and we're gonna keep this shit rolling, and we're gonna keep this GOAT run rolling.
Yeah, as predicted, JDM had zero effort on the ground. Zero. But
Hey man, he was wincing, he was grimacing, he was like, so I feel like he was trying something. It just wasn't working very well.
no, man. Looked like he wasn't doing shit. I saw DDP do much more work, and he was down there for like 21 minutes.
Neither one of them was doing shit, really, but yeah.
DDP was at least getting back up from a few, and that's a big man, Hamza. That's a big man.
He was scrambling around a little bit more, so I feel that.
Yeah. I mean, look, the fun fight for me here is Morales because of the mystique. Seems like just a freak of an athlete, massive for the division, big puncher. Well, technically now one loss. The mystique wore off a little bit,
This man,
but
this man out here stashing,
I might
lying.
have more.
This man out here hiding losses in the closet, bro.
Like
Like, some,
six submission losses.
I swear, bro, this man gonna get exposed against Islam probably.
this man, this just makes no sense to me though, because I swear he's been in the UFC since like 2019. Like he's been around a while too, so I don't even get how that gets missed.
This man out here editing Wikipedia pages, like hacking into Tapology, editing the shit, bro. Just crazy.
He knows God.
But I think but he is undefeated in the UFC. He does have yet to lose in the UFC.
That's fair. And that's all that really matters.
And
Really, else doesn't matter unless you hide it. Now I'm like, what's to that?
yeah, yeah. And
Fishy.
so, and I would love to see him KO Islam to get Khabib's crown. And but they're gonna do Gary.
Oh my God.
Like that's such a shameless agenda, and I don't know why you keep.
They're everywhere, bro. It's a,
I mean, I'm just saying it's possible
I don't
though.
understand why you won't let Islam be great. I'm glad that the camera's zooming in on me for this. I don't understand why you won't let Islam be greater than Khabib. Like, accept it. Like, preying on his downfall because Khabib decided to retire. It makes no sense.
I just know, bro. I
what
just know if those two got in the octagon, I just know
okay, all
much
right,
moves,
guys.
man. I just know. But anyways, they're gonna do Gary. Gary's gonna lose. He he can live in Dagestan for the next year and probably still not catch him.
Facts. Facts.
So Islam's winning that fight. I think Gary's gonna test him a little bit for sure, but I don't think it will be enough. I don't. Honestly, I think Shavkat had the best chance, and now that I mean, who knows how long he'll be out. I think he should have gotten it next because, like we said, he did beat Gary in their fight. He did win.
Yeah. I mean, Ian Gary's gonna get his cute little title shot here or whatever. Islam Makashev's gonna take this whole Dagestan versus Ireland thing personally. He's gonna absolutely destroy him, and we'll never hear from Ian Gary again, and it'll be glorious.
I don't know about all of that, Ed. You're gonna get one half of your wish, but we will hear from Ian Gary again. Like we know that much at least.
I don't know. No, but he's definitely deserving of the title shot for sure. All right, though, let's move to 185. Another fight that just seems kind of locked. Like everyone's talking about it. Hamzat seemingly going to fight Imanov. Any contest to that? Thoughts on that fight?
There's not a lot to say. My first round draft pick, is going to run through whoever they put him up against at this point. Because he beat my boy, DDP. And I believe DDP beats everyone below right now. Fluffy is the most interesting matchup. If I think if Fluffy could get a finish like early, they might just say screw it and pass him up over Imavov, but nah, Imavov's a lock. He's gonna he gonna wish he didn't get the fight. I mean, it'll be quick. It'll be quick. A nice quick submission. This one in about like 248, yeah, something like that. I mean, he running through Imavov. I don't see Imavov doing well in that kind of matchup.
He's definitely the matchup, and it's kind of weird. Like, oh, it's for sure Imanov. Like, it just feels weird that he's like the lock to be the champ because he's not that exciting, or not be the champ, but fight the champ.
Yeah,
But he
but
deserves it.
it's definitely more of like he keeps doing everything. He keeps beating all the people that we'd like to see beat him damn near, like the Izzy's. Now he beat Ohio. It's kind of like he's taking the path of more resistance. You know what I mean? He's gonna be one of those guys where like if he gets the belt, he can actually have a decently like I don't want to say easy reign, but like he cleared a lot of the top contenders out on his way up. You know, there's
Good. He's good.
There's some champs that like either, you jump up and then you have a bunch of fresh matchups as the champ, and that's where I feel like Hamza is because he didn't fight a lot of these guys. So it's like there's a lot of fresh matchups for him. But Najardine on like by contrast took the fucking road harder travel, so it's like damn, like now that's when you like you knock out like a DDP and then damn like now you get to fight like lower ranked contenders because you have wins over some of these guys, you know? So that's he earned his way to this title shot. I don't think that they were doing him any favors in terms of rushing it for him. I don't think that like they were pushing for him to get it. Like I don't think he had any privilege. I just think that he grinded his way and now he's there and there's really no one else that is more deserving. So that's why he's getting that shit. But I think that if there was any shred of a more exciting person, they would definitely jump his ass. You know what I mean? But it's just the way the timing is right now, like it's just his turn. And he will get dealt with, bro. And I think that he will get finished. I'm pretty sure. By sub.
Yeah. All right, guys, let's move to 205. This is a bit of a tricky one. Like, you would think if he stays at light heavyweight, Pereira, it would be Carlos Olberg, but like Pereira might move up to heavyweight. He said he has a fight coming up. He's gonna announce it soon.
I'm hearing
What
a
is the ne
I'm
What's
hearing,
up?
I'm hearing a lot of chirps about Pereira gone at the White House. Like
I I heard that.
I don't know about like, how much merit that is or if that's wishful thinking or whatever. But I would love to see that matchup. I would love to see it if they were finally just like fuck Tom. Because I will say Tom is playing a dangerous game, bro. I think that with this eye shit, he has like I think that like I've watched him like one the public opinion of him kind of sour, and two, but probably way more importantly like the relationship with Dana and the UFC and their handling of like disclosing his medical news or like dismissing it sometimes, or you know what I mean? Dana's like, oh, that eye shit, and then like Tom's like, yeah, it's my eye got fucking poked, mate. You know what I mean? So it's like, I do think that he has fucked around, bro, and fell out of favor with the UFC. I think that like coming off the negotiations with John Jones and everything, I think that the UFC was way more like pro Tom Aspinall, pro promoting him, pro like trying to establish him like as a credible champion post John Jones. You know what I mean? I think that they were like the UFC marketing team was more behind him, and I think that he might have fucking ruffled some fucking feathers that might end up in a hey man, can you either fight or we're gonna have to move on the division type give Pereira his shot at heavyweight gold, against Gane. Like I think that like we're not there yet, but like we're approaching that, I think, where it's like depending on like what these eye prognostics are talking about, like if it's still like a I don't know when I'm gonna be back shit, I think that the UFC will not be as patient with his ass as 2026. And I think that the money fight that is Alex Pereira going up for a third belt at heavyweight, like he's not gonna get any younger, you know what I mean? The time for that is now. Like we gotta strike the iron while it's hot and like hey man, he might have to shit or get off the pot pretty soon. I hate to say it, bro, because like he did get poked in the eyes and it's not his fault. But I think that the way he has handled it might not curry him favor with Dana and the UFC.
It's that, and more also like he just had surgery. He might not be able to fight like the entire year. This whole eye surgery thing, like we don't know what's good. To build off that, I agree. I think it's going to be Gane and Pereira at heavyweight. And to answer this division's question, they're going to run Olberg versus Yuri. That's just a very safe fight. Olberg definitely deserves it. Everyone loves Yuri. Yuri always puts on sick fights. His only losses are to Pereira. So Olberg versus Yuri is my prediction at 205.
Would you agree? Do you think that like Oberg is more if Pereira is out of the division, is he more deserving than Ankalaev though?
I was gonna say,
They could just run
Yuri Ank.
Yuri Ank for in the we can't beat Poatan Bowl.
I feel like just people aren't like fond of Ankalaev right now. Like he beat Pereira, it was super boring, and then he got like demolished. Olberg, he's not exciting either, but at least he's on a streak.
The people definitely love Yuri. He will be in that title fight.
Yeah, for sure.
If Pereira's not like involved, he will be in that bitch. So it's like, who is the other person? I'm fine with Oberg. I just think that if I'm Ankalaev, I would kind of, as the former champ who never got a rematch, I would kind of just be like, what the fuck?
I just don't think the UFC gives a shit, but I feel you. If I was Ank, yeah.
If I was Ankalaev, I would have some gripes. But yeah, I do think that like, yeah, when you smother fuck Pereira to a boring decision, the Dana's not gonna be any rushes to get you that title back, to be honest. So, especially when you have a Yuri that's gonna have a fucking fight of the night banger every time he goes out there, like, so yeah. But yeah,
yeah,
I think that I I do get the vibe that like Pereira might be like for now at least like gonna like try his hand at moving up.
Like, what's the point of fighting Olberg if you're Pereira?
I
Like,
think he fucking dusts Oberg, bro. I think he beats the shit out of Oberg. I think he finishes Oberg in like 2 rounds, bro, to be honest. And this is like not to really like shit on Oberg, like because Oberg is very technical and like I just don't think Oberg is very dangerous, He's very skilled, he's just not very dangerous. And for a guy like Pereira, if you can't get his respect, he's going to march you down.
mm,
And I think that Oberg's like fighting off the back foot kind of more technical style anyway lends itself to the fact that Pereira's going to be coming forward, chopping that leg, chama, chama, and like walking you the fuck down. And I just don't see it going. I don't see Oberg off the back foot landing something to like stop Alex from coming for his ass. So I really think that like it's just a bad matchup for him. And I think that like his best bet is to just wait for Alex to get up out of the division and then like win you know what I mean, the vacant joint. Because I think that him Yuri is a much more winnable matchup for him. Even though like Yuri's gonna come for that head too, but at least in a less technical way. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna guess it's Yuri Oberg for the next title shot vacated.
what do you
no,
think, man?
I have the same thing. Uncle Ive just got dusted. I kind of always felt some fraudish behavior from him in some of these big time fights.
Gosh.
Hey, it's just true. Like he beat Pereira in a 5 round decision and landed like under 40 significant strikes in the fight, I believe. And it's just like there's just these weird things. Good fighter for sure, but like I don't know, just these weird moments like letting old man Blahovic get up on you.
Yeah, that's a big one.
I do think he won that fight and he got screwed.
I thought he clearly won that bitch.
How did he
I
lose
did
it?
too.
Was it like a 10-8 or some weird?
But it was a draw.
It was a draw, but
Yeah, how was it a draw?
I
I don't even
don't,
remember.
I don't even remember. It was such a shit show, and I remember Dana was so pissed.
Oh yeah, wasn't there a point, or maybe there was a point taken away or something? I don't even know, but
either a point or a 10-8. It was one of the two, but yeah, it was some bullshit. Like, yeah.
I did. I thought he came back and won that, but still, like I don't know. There's just multiple fights of him, so I say run Yuri Olberg, give Olberg a chance. He probably loses that fight.
Yeah, it's a tough match.
I would take Yuri, but I could maybe Olberg. Maybe this is his coming out party, and he just out technicalizes him. I don't know if that's a word, but
I know what you mean, though.
It is now. It is now.
It is now.
it is
But
not.
but Nick, we'll stick with you. Xavier and I kind of already gave our answers away. What do you think the next title fight at heavyweight is going to be? We both said Pereira and Gane.
Yeah, I feel like that sets up perfectly. Like, there's no reason for Bahia to stick around and fight Olberg. And the next like best contender would be Azmat Mirzakhanov at 6, though. I
Just
mean,
no star power in those names.
yeah, and like go for 3 belts. No one's ever done it. It would be the best accomplishment ever. I mean, he honestly, if he were to do this, I think you gotta put him like top 5 in the history of the UFC. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
no one's ever had 3 belts. I don't know where I would put him, but just, definitely as a combat sports athlete overall, he's like near the top, I would say. Kickboxing and MMA, killing it. And honestly, that might be a tough matchup for my boy Gon. But
Great fight.
maybe Gon will be lighting on his feet that fight. We'll see. But
Do you guys currently have Alex Pereira ranked above Anderson Silva?
mm,
Yeah, I do. Because, dude, Pereira, unfortunately, the way he ended his career, it's so many L's, bro. And I know, like, you want to say that doesn't count. It does count. Unfortunately, it does count.
okay. I mean, yeah, probably it's close though. I think. I don't think Paella by a landslide, but
No, not a landslide.
very. I don't know though. Like the man has 16 total fights, Ed.
I know, but just think of the names Pereira's beaten also in the span of time he's done it.
No, it's a great accomplishment, but
It's also like let's just keep it a bean. Like we know these are harder comp people, bro. Like
I don't want to disrespect the past, but, like, yeah, it's
that's
different.
that's also like I try to take that with a grain of salt, you know what I mean? But like
close.
fuck, I mean it's not by a lot, but yeah, I would have to put Pereira above him for me. And I think that like to be honest, like Anderson is starting to get knocked off my top 5, bro. He
Yeah,
is. He is, because Islam's gonna get up there. Islam's gonna get up there. Like Islam, like damn near is in my top 5 now. So it's like you got DC, you know what I mean? John, the list is GSP.
DJ.
Ooh, I'm not gonna lie. Also, I just think that like even though I know he won the fight, but getting your ass whooped, getting ground and pounded for 4 rounds by Chael Sonnen, like I seen it, bro. Like I seen it. Like
It did happen.
I know you fucking threw up a Hail Mary triangle and Chael Sonnen's shitty ass tapped, but like let's be very clear. Like that shit is not flying in today's modern game. I can tell you that. Like DDP ain't gonna get fucking triangled after fucking 4 rounds of ground and pound. You know what I mean? Like Hamzat not gonna just. You know what I mean? You're not doing that to like these modern guys. So I think like. Damn, like if you were getting wrestle fucked that bad by Chael Sonnen, like what would a DDP do to you? Like what would even a fucking Fluffy do to you? You know what I mean? It's also like for GSP it's different. Like even though he was fighting weaker comp, you can apply his game to the modern day and think like I think it ages well. I still think he's like pretty dominant today. You know? Um that's a lot of that's just because like the grappling.
Ahead
Um
of his time.
he was ahead of his time type shit.
I test, yeah, too, yeah.
John was ahead
Same
of
shit.
his time. But John, like at the time's age, John was still there with it, still kicking ass because it's like, yeah, no, the game caught up with me, but they still couldn't catch up really. Like, and I just don't, uh, like, yeah, I just don't think that Anderson's game just would age well today.
No.
Probably not.
All right, though, guys. That is every single division. We just booked everything for the UFC. So we just did their jobs. You're welcome.
UFC make it happen.
Make it happen. Let's get this White House card announcement. Let's get this going. Let's get some fight
Let's
announcements.
get Johnny Bones back, man. Fuck it, man. I know he
Hey,
can. I know he can take Poatan out with the fucking arthritis hip, bro. Come on.
so let's get Conor McGregor back. Fuck, come on. Let's get Conor back.
Yeah, I'm saying let's get Connor on this car. Like, god damn it. Hey, how about we just do this as a little like last thing before we finish the fight? Like, who will we book Connor for? Like, if he
Dariush. Dariush.
Oh my God, you guys,
Hughes is
stop.
crazy. That's crazy, but
Oh.
I see it.
Yes, it's a
No, 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 you
the dog.
guys.
It's the dog.
No.
It's the
And on
dog.
and on, I mean, and on
Oh my God.
paper, Dariush is a better win than Chandler on
No, no,
paper.
no. I want to see Connor versus oh my God, I'm blanking on his name. He just beat Fiziev. Rufy. Connor and Rufy,
Oh,
bro.
we're in two different businesses, buddy.
Connor and Rufy. That's a
You're
badass fight.
and you're clearly in the fucking build a
That's a
name.
winnable fight.
You're on some build a name off Connor shit, and I'm on some how can we get Connor a credible win here?
What
Yeah,
about Patty Piblin? Patty.
I would be,
kind
see,
of like that.
but see, my thing is this: as a person, just not knowing like where Connor is at all, I just think that Dariush is a good litmus test
If we're gonna do the limits test,
for bigger things. If it's like a one off, like if it's like okay, Connor's like this is retirement fight. Then I would like there are matchups that I think are a better visible fight to watch, right? But I would think like, damn, Connor, if Connor sparks Dariush, he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm back, feeling the vibes, and he's gonna want more, and then he's gonna like train harder, I think, and like lock in. But if he comes back, gets fucking defeated because you feed him a roofie in his prime,
if we're gonna do that, give him Chandler. Give him Chandler. If we're gonna do the whole get a dub thing, bro, because Chandler deserves to fight.
why can't we fucking sacrifice Dariush? Why won't you let us do this?
Guys, he just got sacrificed to BSD. He's been sacrificed. He's gone, guys. Leave him alone, man.
Honestly, put him against Gaethje. Screw it. Just like give him the shot. He probably knocked Gaethje out because
No.
I think he would have a good chance against Gaethje, bro.
is
Fuck
that
it, man. I'm down for that.
I yeah, and big concern. I don't know where Connor's gonna be at. Like, how old is he now? He's like 30.
Six probably.
I'm not sure, but he literally just tweeted that he signed the contract. He's waiting for the other side. He recently tweeted this, so
Okay. I mean, we'll see, man. Like,
but we've heard this song before.
I've heard a lot of tweets off Connor, bro. He tweets a lot of shit, man.
We've played these games before.
yeah,
But
so we'll see.
anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video and the recent support on our videos. Go check out the TikTok. We always got stuff on there, and see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.